Have you ever truly considered that a simple psychological practice like expressing thank you can be directly linked to significantly increased profitability and superior employee retention rates? For too long, we have wrongly separated feeling, emotion, from financial outcomes, viewing emotion as an irrelevant weakness in the relentlessly tough and competitive world of business. However, research in positive psychology and organizational neuroscience now powerfully proves that gratitude is a neurochemical catalyst that actively rewires the motivation and overall performance of your entire team. Companies that intentionally cultivate a deep culture of genuine appreciation are not only creating happier workplaces, but are systematically outperforming their market competitors in measurable bottom-line results. Mastering the underlying neuroscience of gratitude is the essential key to transforming a toxic corporate culture into an effective magnet for top talent and deep customer loyalty. What is the single most crucial neurotransmitter released by gratitude, which directly boosts employee focus and desire to work harder? I will be dissecting this vital chemical reward system in the middle section of this video. I personally worked at companies where recognition was often limited to transactional annual bonuses, a form of motivation that quickly vanished as soon as the money was spent on necessities. I frequently observed many high-potential employees resign because they felt profoundly unappreciated, not because their compensation was inadequate, confirming that monetary incentives alone are ultimately insufficient for long-term retention. I quickly realized that a culture dominated by constant criticism and unrealistic demands created a toxic environment that neurologically drained energy and destroyed valuable social bonds among colleagues. Perhaps you also recognize this persistent dilemma, desperately wanting your team to feel more driven, but finding your traditional methods yield only minimal compliance, never genuine dedication. Studying the neuroscience of gratitude completely transformed my view, clearly showing that sincere appreciation is a social currency biologically more potent than even a substantial salary increase. We will now examine exactly how intentionally activating the brain's internal reward circuits is the smartest investment any contemporary leader can possibly make. The primary conflict damaging organizations lacking gratitude is the presence of high stress, cortisol levels, which neurologically impairs cognitive function and overall collective health significantly. A workplace environment dominated by mistrust, harsh criticism, and pervasive envy acts as a potent toxin to the brain, triggering a constant fight-or-flight response in every employee. This chronic, elevated stress severely disrupts sleep, damages deep focus, and causes a significant increase in stress-related sick days, all factors that directly erode company profitability. Research confirms that gratitude acts as a biological antidote against toxic emotions like envy and perceived injustice, drastically reducing internal team friction. Companies that fail to address this pervasive emotional toxicity will consistently see their output stifled, regardless of any underlying superiority their products might possess. We must urgently understand that the emotional cost within the workplace inevitably translates directly into an expensive financial burden. The second conflict is the internal battle between individual ego, self-interest, and pro-social behavior, which is absolutely vital for effective teamwork and necessary collaboration. A culture devoid of appreciation allows the ego to dominate, where employees focus solely on what they lack, triggering debilitating envy toward colleagues' successes. Gratitude scientifically solves this conflict because it powerfully triggers reciprocal altruism, naturally motivating individuals who feel valued to reciprocate by actively helping their coworkers. Studies show that more grateful individuals are significantly more generous, kinder, and actively willing to go above and beyond their job descriptions. Organizational citizenship behaviors. Employees who receive sincere, timely recognition are significantly more likely to collaborate effectively and openly share crucial knowledge, which is the undeniable foundation of continuous innovation. Is your team vibrating at the frequency of divisive ego or the uniting frequency of genuine appreciation? The most crucial neurotransmitters released by sincere gratitude, answering the open loop earlier, are dopamine, reward, and serotonin, mood stability, which are essential for performance. Dopamine, the potent reward molecule, is released when we either receive or provide recognition, essentially training the brain to seek out more positive behaviors, making employees intrinsically motivated. Serotonin, often called the happiness hormone, directly enhances mood and overall emotional stability, helping employees process inevitable stress more effectively and calmly. This dopamine surge directly increases intrinsic motivation toward goal accomplishment, which is scientifically linked to quantifiable and substantial increases in overall productivity. By intentionally activating these powerful reward circuits, you are biologically making the challenging work itself feel inherently more satisfying and genuinely enjoyable. Understanding this neurochemical cocktail is the definitive key to creating a workplace environment that naturally drives consistently high performance. The premier solution for boosting profitability is replacing purely transactional recognition, money, with regular rituals of sincere appreciation, which have a longer-lasting neurological impact. Appreciation must be specific, deeply meaningful, and backed by authentic emotion, as sincerity is what powerfully activates the brain's internal neurochemical circuits. For instance, a manager specifically saying, "Thank you for the patient way you handled client X," will generate a far stronger dopamine response than a simple, generic, "good job." Daily gratitude journaling by employees is also proven to increase gray matter density in brain areas, specifically linked to emotional regulation and superior learning capabilities. Consistent gratitude practice reliably trains the brain to prioritize positive processing, effectively building an optimistic and highly resilient worldview. Gratitude scientifically builds psychological resilience, which is the measurable ability of employees to quickly recover from significant workplace pressure and inevitable failures. Consistent appreciation lowers debilitating cortisol levels, the primary stress hormone, allowing the autonomic nervous system to function in the calming rest and digest recovery mode. Employees who feel genuinely valued are far more likely to view major challenges as growth opportunities, not as paralyzing threats, which is a hallmark of high resilience. This increased resilience directly reduces employee absenteeism due to illness, significantly improves focus, and reliably maintains decision quality under sustained pressure. By intentionally building a culture of gratitude, the company is indirectly investing in collective mental health that directly boosts the corporate bottom line. A compelling case study from the Wharton School of Business established a causal link between managerial gratitude and superior employee output and financial results. In this specific experiment, teams that received sincere thank yous from their managers showed a significant measurable increase in output compared to the control group that received no such acknowledgement. This enhanced motivation stems directly from the dopamine surge that significantly boosts effort and the necessary persistence required for superior performance. Furthermore, companies known for strong cultures of appreciation show 45% higher employee retention rates, drastically reducing the exorbitant costs associated with constantly recruiting and training new talent. Loyalty and engagement driven by sincere gratitude are the most valuable non-monetary assets reliably found on a modern company's balance sheet. Gratitude serves a vital function as social glue, which is neurologically linked to the consistent release of oxytocin, the bonding and trust hormone, within the organization. When an employee feels genuinely appreciated, their bond of trust with their manager and coworkers strengthens profoundly, immediately triggering a powerful, positive feedback cycle. Oxytocin actively promotes necessary collaboration, effectively reduces suspicion, and builds a solid foundation for transparent and honest communication across teams. A workplace culture founded on high trust allows teams to take calculated, necessary risks without the pervasive fear of judgment or blame. Conscious capitalism utilizes this internal neurochemical mechanism to successfully create a win-win culture where individual success automatically reinforces collective achievement. The greatest practical struggle facing companies is fundamentally changing the leadership paradigm from the outdated command and control style to one of appreciation and empowerment, which is a difficult cultural transition. Many managers feel awkward or mistakenly believe that openly showing appreciation will severely weaken their authority or encourage employees to make excessive demands. This outdated paradigm is based on a scarcity mindset. If I value you, I diminish my authority. That must be consciously eliminated completely. Conscious leadership teaches that true authority stems from earned respect and deep trust, which is intentionally reinforced through genuine, frequent gratitude. Integrating tangible gratitude into managerial performance metrics is the strategic action that ensures this positive behavior is consistently modeled across the entire organization. In conclusion, gratitude is the ultimate organizational biohacking tool that scientifically validates the powerful correlation between high emotional health and superior financial performance. The conflicts of burnout and high turnover are overcome by actively triggering dopamine and serotonin through regular rituals of sincere appreciation, thereby creating necessary psychological resilience. Scientific evidence confirms that leadership centered on gratitude directly reduces cortisol levels, significantly improves focus, and naturally motivates profitable pro-social behavior effectively. You are the empowered architect of your company's emotional culture, holding the complete control to deliberately shift the team's vibration from harmful stress to highly productive energy. Use this powerful neuroscience to build a culture that is not only highly profitable, but also fundamentally humane and truly sustainable in the long term. Therefore, now is the time to immediately implement the neuroscience-backed gratitude protocol into your unique leadership style starting today. Challenge yourself to give 3 sincere and highly specific thank yous to a coworker or subordinate tomorrow morning, consciously observing the positive dopamine response that follows. Remember this profound truth. Profit is the natural and inevitable byproduct of a culture where people feel deeply valued, which is the final secret to lasting organizational excellence. If this powerful gratitude guide has successfully opened your eyes to your hidden potential, Please show your deep commitment by immediately hitting the like button right now. Subscribe and widely share this essential video so that more leaders fully understand that the ultimate secret to sustained excellence is mastering the neurochemistry of appreciation in the workplace.